Manoj Joshi, do you sense a pattern in the last 6 months? Is it desperation of terrorists as the government claims? Or is it that there is this vacuum at the moment? Since Article 370 was effectively removed in August 2019, we don't have an elected government on the ground. We have a situation now where there are no interlocutors. Who is going to talk to the Kashmiri people at all? Is that the problem, Manoj Joshi? Or do you sense Pakistan once again reviving terrorism in some form?
You know, it's nothing to do with Pakistan. You know, I have heard the whole conversation.
Or is it homegrown terror?
I've heard the rantings of Sushil Pandit, who is certainly not helping. Meaning, over time, his rantings have only contributed to the problem. See, the whole point is that the government policy of excessive pride, you know, in English, there's a word for it called hubris. Now, I don't know whether some of your people would understand what hubris means.
Arrogance.
In simple Hindi word, it means ghamand. So you have a ghamand. So you declare that you will take care of the situation, because the problem is that any complex situation like what's happening in Jammu and Kashmir requires management through political negotiation, diplomacy and military action. So all three must be combined together. You can't just have military action. So you say Operation All Out, we're going to wipe out all the terrorists, and you start hitting. So you wipe out. So in your strategy, you also completely sideline all the pro-India political parties like the National Conference. It's a major blunder, if I may put it that way. I have no sympathy for Sajjad Lone. I'm not talking about that. But certainly, as far as the National Conference and the PDP is concerned, to marginalize these parties has been a blunder of the first order as far as this government is concerned. Right. And also to try to think that they can simply, by kinetic means, you know, killing people, wiping out terrorists, they could deal with the situation. This has not happened anywhere in the world. I'm saying you've got to have a mix of means, and we don't see that mix. You know,
can I just take what you've said? You used a word there. You used a word, Manoj Joshi, ghamand, arrogance. Aparajita Sarangi, this is a word that Sajjad Lone called it, the muscular language is not working. Sushil Pandit also in some way seems to express, as does Samir call, a frustration with the political system. Is there a ghamand, the belief that we've abrogated Article 370, now things will be fine? They're not fine. There is a genuine concern on the ground. The BJP government perhaps thought that you can just run Kashmir with an iron fist. That's obviously not working at the moment, ma'am.
Not at all. There is no ghamand whatsoever. We are completely grounded. We are seized of the matter. Passions are running high today. I can very well understand. And this is not the time to bring forth statistics before all of you. This is not the right time. But then I need to do that to support my contention that this particular government under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi and with Honorable Amit Shah ji as the Home Minister means business. We have zero tolerance to terrorist activities. And I have certain figures, please allow me, just maybe, 30 seconds. Sure. Since the abrogation of Article 370 and 35A, 87 civilians and 99 security personnel have been killed. Now, if you compare these figures with the yesteryears, 5 years before that, 177 civilians and 406 security personnel had been killed. And there has been decline in the number of terrorist attacks also. Today, in fact, this is not the time to say all these things, but then fact is fact, reality is reality, government is serious. There is a decline in the terrorist attacks. In 2018, 417 attacks, 19, 255 attacks, 2020, 244 attacks, and 2021, 229 attacks. So I think there is a robust security and intelligence grid in place, and we are trying our best. I reiterate, please do not question the policy and the intention of Prime Minister Modi's government as regards restoration of peace and normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir.
No one questions intentions. Every government comes with good intentions. The question is it working on the ground? You're throwing figures at us. some of which will certainly suggest
No.
that the kind of large-scale terror attacks are now being replaced by targeted killings. And that's the worry, because that is even very difficult to contain.